Hey guys, Romie here. So please like, comment, subscribe. My review is for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 6, Episode 12, Jamaica Flavor. Now, the episode starts off with, yes, that's Caesar from Black Ink Crew. Carly Red's new love interest. Oh my gosh, she was crying over Jock just so that she could convince Jock to come to her launch for her store so that she could bring Caesar there to stunt on Jock. Little did she not realize that Jock doesn't care about her as much as she hopes that he does. So he's just like, oh, congratulations. You go and be with her. By the way, I give you 90 days because that's when you'll see her true colors. That's when you'll see how cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs she really is. And that's that. But why in Jock's confessional was he like, you know what? I'm going to let her have Caesar. I'm going to let them live. I'm going to go and do me. If she wants that little milk dud over there with that little needle, she can come here with the big dog that can go in. And I said, let's just stop right there. This is how I know it's a show. This is how I know it's a joke. So he goes and leaves. So I said, no, this is when reality TV gets super fake and super convoluted. Mind you, now we have this situation of, we go from that to Melissa walks in. She brings in oh my God, I almost called her an empanada. Jesus. Carly, that's what Carly calls her. Carly calls her an empanada. We're not doing that here. Her name is Estelita. And Estelita, the Panamanian goddess. No, it's just Estelita. Estelita, she's here. They go and have a quick conversation because, again, Carly is brought to the side by Melissa, trying to figure out, why did you bring her here? We don't want her here. This is Carly speaking. We don't want her here. We don't like her. Like, what are you trying to do? Why? But why? She says, look, I like her. Oh, yeah, we know why you like her. It's like, yeah, she's a pretty girl. That's not the problem, Melissa. The issue is that I just can't deal with her and her attitude. You know, me and Jocelyn are okay, so you know she's going to feel some type of way. I can't be going to be with the enemy. I said, Carly, this isn't your fight, but she doesn't like you either, so I guess all fair is hate and hate. It's like, oh, hey. She makes some comment about Carly's age and how it's just like, you know, if you're going to go and be that way, I was just trying to go and show you some love because if I was your age and trying to start a venture now at this point in time, then I'd want all the support I could get. I said, oh, she didn't come into play. Okay. But Carly, she drops it. She's just like, okay, I'll let you live for now. Dime's just like, Lord Jesus, this is a mess. But Dime's happy because she has her boo there. Everyone gets to see him. We still have to deal with... This episode was full of everyone going and saying the same thing over and over again. So if certain things I don't go over, it's because it was talked about 5 times by this episode, before this episode was done. The next thing up is Rashida. And just like what I told you guys, that something was off, something wasn't right about this whole Kirk and the baby situation. Now, because how it works is the producers, they go in, they fact check. This guy, Logan goes into press. He wants to talk to Rashida. Rashida's like, who's this? Logan walks in, someone like, oh, pretend like he's trying to buy stuff because he's not camera ready. He doesn't know what to do to be on reality TV. He gets to talking to her, and this is where we find out, because I'm not going to go and do it this is why I said, oh, you said that? No, this is what happened. Logan says that he knew old girl that Kirk was cheating on Rashida with, Jasmine, for around 10 years. And they were dating. She got pregnant while she was with him. She said that she had the abortion when, you know, they stopped dating. And she said that she had the abortion. He said, oh, okay. Then he finds out that she actually had a baby. And the time that she will have technically had to have the abortion, it's just the time frames don't line up. So then now Rashida's thinking, oh, so what you're trying to tell me is that you think that the baby could be yours? Exactly. And not only that, the baby's name, his name isn't Cameron, but we'll just call him Cam. And apparently Logan's father his name has the same name, father, grandfather, and he knows his father because he brought the death certificate. I said, no production did not tell you to go and bring your father's death certificate just to prove that. Said, we're doing too much. Thank you for the receipts. He shows out pictures that yes, he was actually in a relationship or at least knew Jasmine. So now she is like, that's great, but you came on here on TV to go and expose her. Why don't you go and confront her? Because she's not returning my calls, because she's ignoring me, because she's blocking me. I want the truth to be found out. So she said, what are you going to do about it? Well, I'm going to take a paternity test. She said, wait, so I've been trying to get to go and take one, and you're willing to take one? Because, like, yeah, if I have a son, I want to know. I want to be involved in his life. So that's what I'm going to do. She gives me con artists, so now I have to go take the paternity test. I'm trying to figure out, I forgot, because normally it's women that go and do this, but legally, whether it's male or female, if someone is saying that they're the parent of a child, then they can get a paternity test done by the court. So Jasmine isn't going to have a choice. It's going to happen. I said, this is a mess. So she said, you know what? Go and take that test, honey. Come back when you have it, so that if you are the father, that at least this chapter is done. If not, then I'm really going to have to deal with my no good. I said, he's no good regardless. You need to stop calling Jasmine the B, because is she? Yeah. But the whole point is, Kirk still cheated. He still cheated. I almost feel like you're forgetting that. Now we're in now we're in Jamaican. Now we're in Jamaica. And Carly, I said, oh, I know we're gonna get the authentic Carly while we're here, because Carly has Caribbean roots. So she's going to be lit in Jamaica. You already know. I said, this is going to be fun. She's going to be twerking. She's going to be going off for the dance hall. Because I feel like Carly really likes dance hall. I can see her. Because that's what I like. I like dance hall more so than reggae. Reggae is a little too laid back for me. I've always been more in tune with dance hall. But they got greeted by the Caribbean. See, she's a dance hall artist, Spice, and I've seen Spice before. Spice is thick, Spice is chocolate, and Spice can get down. So I said, I'm excited for this. I am more than down for this. I said, yes, let's go. So they're having a good time. Carly's on the floor in the van twerking, getting it all together. They brought them there to, get some coconut water or coconut water. And the thing is that it's under false pretenses. Carly's trying to see if Mimi's okay with Melissa. She knows Jocelyn's out of the question, but she's trying to do a rain check because Carly has something planned. So Spice is going to go off far and away because they're at the event, they're at the resort. I guess, I'm sure they did some marketing campaigns like, come meet me, go and do this, go and do that with the resort. We can label, we have it all set up. Because that's how they do it nowadays. So now they're there, they're going to have fun. Tammy is still in Atlanta trying to figure out if she's going to go or not. But guess who's in their house? Yes, her husband, as she likes to remind us, is there. Sawaka's there, and this is where we find out that I said, that's fine. You love him. There's nothing wrong with that. Take him back. I don't care. I don't. And I know a lot of people do, but I don't. You've been pretty consistent with how you feel about the whole situation, so it's fine. Now, he finds out from her, because he's thinking, oh, does she invite me back to the house just to tell me that she's with someone else? No. What's actually happening is she's working on their music, and she's been saying that for a little while now. And she went through the story of how she was interested in it, then she had her baby, so she fell back. Then she met Waka, so she fell all the way back when she saw how the industry is really grimy. But she wants to go and pick it up again, and she's been working with Rico Love. I said, she's been working with someone official. Okay, I want to hear the music. So then she plays this song, because she was like, she wants to do traditional older R&B, with updated production values. And that's what I got from the song. I said, do I hear? I'm like, that Tammy is someone who sounds like, Tammy's voice sounds the same when she's singing versus some people who sound completely different when they sing. And there's nothing wrong with that. I said, okay, the song sounds fine. I want to hear this entirety. The production sounds right. I'm like, okay, I hope that's still just a demo because there's some scrubbing we can do. But aside from that, cool. The other thing is she's going on the trip. Waka has no idea about it. She says, it's a girl's trip, so you can't go anyway. Lord, I said to myself, all of these men are going to realize that their ladies are going somewhere, and I already saw it. I figured. I said, 1 + 1 is 2. Or, with Terrence Howard, 1 + 1 is 3. Anyway, if you can go and convince me how 1 + 1 create the third dimension, then have at it. Have at it. I said convince me. I don't care if you proved it. Convince me. There's a difference. Rashida had to meet with her actual friend, as she wanted to put it. Her actual friend, yes, Candy. Yes, Candy from Escape, from Real Housewives of Atlanta, from Candy Code Nights. I actually could go on because Candy has a real resume. Now, Candy's like, okay, yeah, I already know about the Kirk stuff. No, I have some new information. Oh, okay, continue. Well, now there's this guy named Logan. What? Yeah, Logan, he came to the shop because he wanted to go and say that he thinks that the baby could be his because he talked about Jasmine telling him that she was pregnant and then that she had an abortion, and the time frames of when she gave birth and her supposedly being with Kirk and getting pregnant by Kirk are all too convenient. So now she's trying to figure out, what should I do? Candy said, regardless, paternity test. Logan said he's going to take a paternity test. Wait, but why didn't you talk to old girl? You're getting all these sources from all these guys from the streets, but what about old girl? No, I don't want to deal with her. You don't want to deal with her, meaning that you don't want to hear the truth. It's like, I can't. You don't want her side? Her side? I don't care about her side. I don't care about her side. I just need to know the baby is his or not. Clearly, what Rashida was trying to say is she can take her husband back, which I say, fine. She just needs to know if the baby is his or not. Because if the baby's his, then that's unforgivable. I don't think I could do that. If the baby's not, then, yeah, he's no good. I already know that. But, lay down, had a couple of kids. I guess I can continue on. That's what she was saying. Candy said, you need to go out and just do the single life for a moment. She was like, yeah. She said, maybe I can go and run these streets. They said, no, I don't want to ever see you running no dang streets. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're back and jammed out. Back. Because then Carly, she brings Mimi because it's like, oh, we're going to have this nice dinner. We'll have this nice dinner. It'll be catered. It'll be by the water. The water that's the issue. I'm spoiled. Because of being, obviously, aside from African, descent, culturally, Caribbean descent, I'm spoiled by water that's actually clean. I can't go here in America, I'm disgusted by public pools and by the water that you get associated with when you go to the beaches here. I'm sorry, I am. And I'm not getting no damn nasty. The only time I will happily be like, oh, so we're just gonna is when I'm out of here. But anyway, the water's beautiful. The scene is set. They're talking about their issues. They're talking about updates and what's going on with who. And like I said, this is one of the things where everyone kept saying the same thing that's been going on in their lives, just getting each other caught up. And it's not that important. So we're moving from that to what is, which is Carly is trying to figure out where's Melissa. Because remember, Mimi doesn't want to talk to Melissa. Here comes Melissa, right on time, a little bit later after they were able to have their initial conversation. And it goes left. It goes left because Mimi's over the fact that she said, look, Carly, she's gullible because Carly talks about her and Jocelyn. Her and Jocelyn reconnecting. What? Yeah. She said Carly's gullible though. That's why she accepts it. But Melissa, she understands the full scope of the situation, why I don't like Jocelyn, why I don't want to be associated with Jocelyn. So my issue isn't that you're friends with Jocelyn, to be honest with you, because you already told me that you had association with Jocelyn. The issue with Jocelyn, dang, how many times can I say her name? Is that I don't understand why the people that I'm connected with, you're trying to go and establish and forge some mend the fences that should have stayed broken between these people. They should have been broken to symbolize their relationship as being broken, but they're still being a wall up. See metaphor. Mind you, Melissa's like, you want me to be, how can I be? I am Jocelyn's friend. She has people that she used to be friends, or at least friendly with, and you're telling me that I can't do everything I can to make sure that they could possibly come together again? Really? Really? No. Here's how this really works. And Mimi said, no, I don't need to talk to you because that's all I need to say. And Carly, you have anything to So then here goes Melissa going leaving with her feelings hurt because she doesn't understand why. Mimi is so hurt about this. I said, Melissa, you're smarter than this. You know this isn't the only reason. Now we have this unnecessary guys outing where they're playing basketball. It was Jessica Dimes, dude. So what was his name? Sean? Waka Flocka, Jock, and it wasn't for Waka Flocka. It was just for the fact that these four come together because Kirk is there. I said, man, y'all got the three of you. I mean, the two of you were cool. All right, and then Jock, he's funny, so we can take him. Kirk, and they go and they talk about their relationship issues. Waka's back in the house, but not fully in back in, what do you call it? Tammy's life. Sean's doing well, so everything's fine there. Again, they talk about the whole situation that happened at Carly's event and how clearly Carly did all that boo-hooing just to get Jock there to try stunt on him. And they're like, oh, because of course Waka Flocka would be the only one that knows. They're in Jamaica. They're on the girls' trip. They're what? Yeah. Oh, you guys didn't know that. Anyway, and because of that, they have this whole plan of, you know what? Maybe we need to go there and talk to the girls too. Because Kirk's probably thinking, I can go there. It's out of the country. Vibes will be different. Scandals will be left in the States. But we'll see how that goes. Idiots. Idiots, a lot of them. Tammy's doing an impromptu photo shoot. And now the guys are there. They're sitting by the beach, the beautiful water. And we get some resolution. We get this odd situation of Jessica Dime and Tammy finally get to talk. And you know what happens? They reconcile their differences. They reconcile their differences because of the fact that Tammy says, you know, I was posting that thing because people were trying to go at my 11, 12-year-old at the time daughter that had color in her hair. And I was just making that general statement. It had nothing to do with you. And Dime said, you know, we had some general issues in the past aside from that. And to top it all off, that was the icing on the cake. So that's why I was feeling naggy. Yes, I did overreact, so I apologize for that because I don't know you, so I don't know where you're coming from. And it was a broad statement. So I apologize. And Tammy said, you know what, I apologize too. I need to put my hands on you or at least have that energy. It wasn't that serious. I said, oh my gosh, finally some resolution. Who's up next? Here comes Mimi. Mimi and Melissa. And the truth comes out that Mimi was upset, not just because of the Jocelyn thing, but because Melissa went and put it out there, because she also said that in her confessional in tonight's episode, that, oh, her and Mimi had a thing. And Mimi was just like, look, you going and putting that out to Arian, or in general, when we never really talked about us ever discussing that, even though we know it's not about shame because Mimi has no issues acknowledging the fact that she's open to being in a relationship with a man or a woman. It's just the whole thing of for optics, for optics, for imaginary optics, and that's why she was upset that it came from her, that Melissa, and it wasn't necessary. So their thing is overall squashed. Great. Perfect. Everyone's so happy. In comes, well, and when I say overall squash, Mimi doesn't really say anything too negative because in comes Rashida. Rashida was inspired by Beyonce. I said, don't worry about it. That's a good person to be inspired by. Rashida's there. She's happy. She's like, oh, wow. The energy's right. Everyone seems okay and cool. But I have to give you guys a little update. So now I find out there's this, it's the same story again about Logan. And Kirk may or may not be in the baby daddy because Logan may or may not be the baby daddy. I said, great. What does this actually mean? Does this mean that you're going to go off and screw, tell Kirk to screw off? Or are you going to say, I'm going to wait and see until the tests come in? Because the reunion was filmed, and this is the confusing part. I'm hearing two stories. I'm hearing that Kirk was proven the father, and then I'm seeing some other people say, for example, Forrest Fox was saying that no, it was proven on the reunion that he wasn't. So someone's information is messed up. Rox is usually right, so I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt, but I did hear the opposing side saying that no, Kirk is the father. But Rashida and Kirk, I think, are on-ish, but maybe not in the public eye on-ish. So, I don't know. We'll see. Now, it's nighttime. Spice is back. She's performing her hit sheet. And Carly, she got up there. She was twerking on the sheets. She was grinding on the sheets. She was having a good old time. And I said, you know what, Carly? You're a little stiff. It's been a moment. You're a little stiff. We're all a little stiff. But I saw you. You look good, so that's all that matters. You look good, so that's all that matters. Now, they're done with that. The ladies were entertained. Everyone's sitting around the table. For some reason, they kind of bring up the guys and the foolishness that's going on and what Carly did to go and try a stunt on Jock. And it's like, oh, well, speaking of Jock, in comes Jock with Treasure. And Jessica Diamond has to put it out there that, oh, I don't like her. Yeah, I know exactly who she is. That hood rat. I said, did she sleep with someone's husband that you know? Is that what happened? What's going on there? Because next week, Dom's gonna scrap. And if you guys don't know anything about, the West Indies, it's weird. It's weird because a lot of it's based on respect, and because a lot of it's based on respect and honor, there's certain things you don't do. Like, you don't go there and start a fight in Jamaica because they will kick you out, throw you in jail. It's funny because it also depends where you are. That's the other part. Some places is like, oh, okay, but they good. Oh, okay. Guns can go flying. It's like, oh, okay, they good. Oh, but okay. All right. And then other times it's like, oh, you hit it. Jail. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Please like, comment, subscribe. This episode